Hey folks, it's warm in Europe, isn't it? Really warm. Tomorrow is going to be really warm too. I'm in Europe now. I'm not in Australia. I don't have air conditioning in here. Tomorrow it's going to be 28 degrees, I think. Quite warm. So we'll see how that goes. I'm already cooking in here, really. Toyota recently launched the new all-electric people carriers. Really, really nice. I've got a soft spot for people carriers, Volkswagen people carriers, Toyota ones. Really, really nice, as I'll get onto in a minute. So basically, they were launched in the UK last week, and that expands its Proace range to include the Proace Verso, the Proace City Verso, and I've got to say, they're really good-looking things. I really, really like them. I really do. So they're basically designed to cater to families and businesses that require spacious transport options. They're pretty good. They're not that small. They're not massive. They're not a van or anything like that. So they're really, really good, I think. Especially if you live in and around a city, but I wouldn't say it's really exclusively a city vehicle, but I would say that is better suited to that. You know, from nipping to, say, Manchester from Sheffield, perfect if you're in the UK. So the Proace Verso is available in 2 body lengths, so this is an interesting thing. A medium length, which is 4.9 metres, and a long length, which is 5.3 metres. And it can seat up to 9 people, comes with multiple trims. Prices will start at £43,000, and that's for the medium version. And that also goes up to £55,866 for the highest spec model, which features some luxuries like leather upholstery. If you consider leather to be really luxurious, I think these days we don't need to use leather. It's kind of seen as pointless in my brain, but yeah, power sliding doors, they're pretty cool. You know, even if you don't have kids, they're pretty cool, I think. Massage functions on the seats, just the front seats though. The Proace City Verso is a smaller option that's designed for those people that basically need a compact, practical vehicle. You can chuck your 4 kids in the back of that. Pretty cool. Go for a road trip, I think. It also comes in 2 body lengths, 4.4 metres, 4.7 metres, and it is available in either 5 seats or 7 seat configuration. Pricing for that starts at £31,850 for the base trim, and then that can reach up to £37,700 for the more technologically, the one that has more tech in it, basically. The Proace Verso has a 75 kilowatt hour battery instead of 50 kilowatt hour in the cheaper one. That has a range of up to 230 miles, which that's WLTP. If you drive behind trucks in the UK in summer, you'll probably get 210, 215 miles. But ordinarily, I think you're going to get 160, 180 or something like that. And especially if you're going to drive 70 miles an hour on the motorway with a lot of people, I don't think you're going to get 230 miles personally. Really, really nice though, and that's the one I'd get. 200, the 75 kilowatt hour version. The 50 kilowatt hour version, that gets 143 miles. So standard features across the lineup include you get a 10-inch screen in the middle with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, heated seats. You also get a couple of small, insignificant bits of driver assistance tech as well. That's not really worth mentioning. The people carrier market in the UK, you've got to say it's a bit small, I think. It's quite small compared to the regular car market, but it remains important, I think, because they still do sell thousands of them every year, especially for families and businesses requiring flexible seating options where you can take the back seats out quickly or maybe rotate the seats or stuff like that. Or a small, let's say, a courier company, and they want to, cart something around or chuck signage in the back or, move boxes or something like that. If you've got the cheapest Toyota people carrier from Toyota that isn't electric, then it would very, very, very roughly take you 20 or 30,000 miles of driving in the electric one, if you've got the cheapest one compared to the, the standard petrol one, before you recuperate the difference in the initial purchase price. Unless, of course, you charge at rapid charges, then ignore that last statement. Because it would be a lot more expensive, I think. That's not much, really. So in that, if it's only a little bit more to get the electric version, a few £1,000s more than, the petrol one, just get the electric one. That's just pretty common sense, I think. If you can deal with, 120 to 180 miles range, depending on which battery size you get. So you can order them all now. Basically, you can even go test drive them. They will begin deliveries in the UK September this year. in 2024. I've got a soft spot for these. I really like them because you can take them on trips, you can camp in them, you can quite easily take the back seats out, and you've got a really beautiful back space to put like a mattress or a kitchen or something. And yeah, I love to do that a lot in all of my cars I've ever had. I always go camping or drive around on long road trips. I've said in Melbourne, I've gone on long road, not Melbourne, Brisbane. When I lived there, I've done trips from Brisbane 3 days down to Melbourne, and then around Australia and back. And they're very long trips. It's really nice if you can have a good 8-hour sleep wherever you are. And that's kind of one of the perks, I think, isn't it, about electric cars? You can park them up somewhere, turn the air conditioning on, say 20 degrees inside, and have a good sleep. That seems kind of a good idea to me. So for the last 10 or 15 years, I've really wanted a Toyota Previa, or I think there's another one that's not the Previa, but it's similar. Those sort of things. Big Toyota van, take the seats out. I've really wanted one of those, but they have a really big petrol engine, and so they're not very cheap to drive. I don't mind paying for it, I suppose, but I don't want to have another big, another petrol car or anything like that. I've only ever had small cars, really, even when they were petrol, and so I've never bought a Toyota people wagon. I'd really love one. I've been driving electric for years now, so I wouldn't go back to a big petrol car. That's for sure. Given that I've never had a big petrol car, only small petrol cars, so that's where I'm at. I look at this Toyota. I think it's awesome, and I'd definitely consider getting one with a big battery in 3 years on the used market. I would love to do that. What is it that you all drive? I realised when I was thinking about this video, I don't really know what any of you drive. It's kind of an interesting thing. I make these videos every day, and you never let me know what you drive. It's very rare. Every now and then someone says they've got a BYD Dolphin, or they say they've got a BYD Seagull. I've seen a couple of people say that, which is really nice. I'm very envious. I would have one of those. But yeah, what do you all drive, wherever you are? That's just a pretty interesting thing to know, because no one ever tells me. I'm back in Australia in a few days' time as well, so apologies for some major gaps posting. I've got to go back, and basically there's a house sat there, needs renovating. So if you do or don't want to see a little bit of clippage, I can put some clips at the end of my videos renovating the house. Happy to do that. I think I had a couple of people comment and say, yeah, put some clips in, and do some. Do you want some clips at the end or actual videos? I don't think that would really go very well on the channel. Kind of seems illogical to do that, but I will if you want. If you want like a big 20-30 minute video, I can film the crap out of this, or I can just do some clips at the end if you want. I make EV news videos. Please feel free to subscribe, and also if you've got any questions about me or the channel, just ask, because a few months ago someone started a Wikipedia page about me, but they filled it all in wrong, so I had it removed from Wikipedia because it was just completely wrong, which was sad, because it would have been cool to have a Wikipedia page with me on it, but that wasn't the case. So yeah, feel free to ask any questions you've got.